What happens when a love story that has captivated millions suddenly reaches its most unexpected chapter? After years of romance, public appearances, and a relationship watched closely around the world, Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez are reportedly taking their story to a whole new level. The news of their intimate ceremony has immediately caught attention, with fans eager to know what really happened behind the scenes. But that's not the whole story. What happened next surprised everyone. Fans immediately began asking questions. Why did the couple choose such an intimate celebration after years in the spotlight? Who was there to witness the moment? And what makes this milestone so meaningful for one of the world's most famous couples? The real story is far more interesting than a simple celebrity wedding headline. It's about a relationship that has grown under extraordinary public attention, a family life they've carefully built together, and a major new chapter after years of sharing their journey with fans. For Cristiano and Georgina, this moment could represent something deeply personal, far removed from stadiums, red carpets, and flashing cameras. And as more details surrounding the ceremony come into focus, fans are discovering that there may be much more to this romantic milestone than first meets the eye. So, how did Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez reach this extraordinary moment? Let's go back to the beginning. For years, Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez have been one of the most closely watched couples in the world. Their relationship has unfolded under an enormous spotlight, with fans following everything from their public appearances to the moments they share with their family. What makes their story especially interesting is how much of their relationship has developed away from the football pitch and Hollywood-style attention. Cristiano is one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet, while Georgina has built her own public profile as a model, influencer, and entrepreneur. Together, they create a family life that became an important part of their public story. Their social media posts regularly offered fans glimpses of celebrations, vacations, family moments, and everyday life. But marriage had remained a different kind of milestone. For years, fans repeatedly wondered whether Cristiano and Georgina would eventually make their relationship official through a wedding ceremony. Their long-term commitment had already been obvious to millions, but the idea of an intimate wedding created a completely different level of excitement. Then came the reports surrounding their latest milestone. Instead of imagining a massive celebrity spectacle, fans were suddenly hearing about a much more personal celebration. That immediately raised questions about the couple's choices and what they wanted this moment to mean. And the deeper fans looked into their journey, the clearer it became that this wasn't simply about a wedding. It was about two people who had spent years building a life together and finally reaching a moment many followers had been waiting to see. As excitement surrounding the reported ceremony grew, fans began looking back at how far Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez had come. Their relationship wasn't built in the middle of a Hollywood-style publicity campaign. Instead, it developed gradually, while Cristiano continued one of the most demanding careers in professional sports. Georgina became an important part of that journey, and over the years, the couple openly shared glimpses of their family life with the world. Their children became a major part of their story, turning their relationship into something much bigger than celebrity romance. That's why the idea of an intimate wedding carries so much meaning. For a couple accustomed to enormous stadiums, international travel, luxury events, and constant media attention, choosing a quieter celebration would represent a very different kind of milestone. It suggests a desire to focus on the people and emotions closest to them, rather than creating another massive public spectacle. But that's not the whole story. Fans immediately began asking questions about the ceremony itself. Who was invited? Where exactly did it happen? What did Georgina wear? And how did Cristiano choose to celebrate such an important moment? Those questions quickly turned the reported wedding into a major entertainment story. Yet beneath all the curiosity was something more personal. The significance of reaching a new chapter after years of building a family and supporting each other's ambitions. What happened next surprised everyone, because attention shifted from the ceremony itself to the remarkable journey that brought them there. Their relationship had already survived intense public scrutiny, demanding careers and countless headlines. Now, fans were seeing that journey from an entirely different perspective. One of the most fascinating parts of Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez's story is how their relationship evolved while the entire world was watching. Cristiano's career has taken him across countries, stadiums, and some of the biggest moments in modern football. Through those changes, Georgina became a familiar presence beside him, while also building an identity and career of her own. Their public image has often centered around family. Fans have seen glimpses of birthdays, holidays, celebrations, and quiet moments that show a side of Cristiano far removed from the intensity of professional football. That makes a wedding milestone especially significant. For years, fans have watched the couple grow together. They've seen their family expand and witnessed them navigate enormous public attention. Yet despite that visibility, many of the most important details of their relationship have remained personal. The real story is far more interesting than the glamour surrounding a celebrity ceremony. It's about commitment. It's about choosing someone to share life's biggest moments with while millions of people are watching from the outside. And for Cristiano and Georgina, that journey has unfolded over many years. What happened next surprised everyone as fans began focusing less on celebrity status surrounding the couple and more on the emotional meaning of the occasion. Supportive messages and congratulations reflected how invested people have become in their story. But one question continued to dominate the conversation. What made this particular moment so important after everything they had already experienced together? The answer may be found in the private side of their relationship, the part fans rarely get to see. Because behind the glamorous photographs and worldwide headlines is a couple whose biggest milestones have always been connected to family, loyalty, and the life they built away from the football field. And that's where this story becomes even more personal. As the latest details surrounding Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez reported wedding continue to attract attention, one thing stands out. The couple appears to have kept the focus on the meaning of the moment rather than the spectacle. That's especially interesting for two people whose lives are constantly surrounded by cameras. Cristiano's every move can become international news, while Georgina has built a massive following of her own. Yet, when it comes to their most personal milestones, the couple has often kept certain details close to home, and that makes an intimate celebration feel even more significant. Fans immediately began asking questions about the atmosphere, the guest list, and the moments the couple shared privately. But beyond those details, many people were simply celebrating the next chapter of a relationship that has lasted for years. The real story is far more interesting than the headlines suggest. Their journey has involved building a family, supporting demanding careers, and navigating life under constant public attention. Through it all, they have continued to present themselves as a united family. What happened next surprised everyone as the conversation became less about celebrity glamour and more about what the milestone represented. For Georgina, it marked another major chapter in a life that has transformed dramatically over the years. For Cristiano, it added a deeply personal dimension to a life already filled with extraordinary professional achievements. And for their fans, it was a chance to celebrate a relationship they've watched develop over time. But there was still one important question remaining. After years of sharing their lives with the public, what does this new chapter actually mean for Cristiano and Georgina, and what might come next for their growing family? That's where the final piece of their story comes into focus.